Alrighty. You ready?
I'm getting the tweet. Oops. There. Okay, tweet it out.
Did you see that Ninja Turtles Pizza Hut game for Kinect? Like the 360 one?
I saw this week's Versus. Yes, I
Oh,
did.
good. That was so entertaining. Like, when Michael did it, I was like, oh god, wow. And then when Ryan actually started, oh, that was good stuff. I enjoyed that a lot. And it was funny, Jeff was like, so how much did this cost me? And Michael was like, nothing. It was free.
Yeah, and like, by the end, Jeff was just in a fetal position on the floor.
Yeah.
Is it over yet?
Before we start, have you seen that meme of like the Winter Soldier and then Rocket saying, I'm gonna need that guy's arm?
Yes, I have.
Oh, that thing is so funny. I favored that, and I just looked on my Twitter feed and I saw that again. I can't wait till we talk about that movie. But alrighty, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to episode 64 of I Recommend, the TV and movie podcast from the GeeksFTW.com, where we cover all things geeky. I'm your host, William McDonald, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
Note across the internet, casual terror.
And we've got a very packed show for you. It's a little late because we planned on that. We postponed it for certain reasons, but other things happened, and but anyways, I guess news, Stuart.
I got no news this week. You got this whole thing covered.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. Some stuff won't necessarily. Let's see. Well, let me get this out of the way. Looks like the Late Late Show is going to be, Craig Ferguson when what was it? Stephen Colbert was like said he's going to take. They announced he's going to replace David Letterman.
Mm-hmm.
Craig Ferguson got kind of butthurt, which I would too if I was him, because you would think he was going to be the next one since.
Right.
And I like Craig Ferguson. He's pretty good.
Yep.
But he was like, I quit, once my contract's done. Looks like James Corden is going to replace him.
Really?
Yeah. He's gotten big, like, out of nowhere, it seems like. Cause
yeah.
And if you see, he's going to be in Into the Woods.
Really?
You didn't see that trailer at Guardians? The Into the Woods with it has Anna Kendrick and Johnny Depp in it. He's gonna be the wolf, and
Nope.
James Corden. Because when I saw the trailer, I was like, "That's James Corden," and it was like James Corden. It said on the screen, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's awesome. He's doing something big." And
well, it's like him and then
Karen
Gillan is just all over the U.S. It's like, okay.
And Matt Smith is apparently has been tied to things that haven't come out yet, though. So.
Excellent. Life after Doctor Who. It happens.
And David Tennant, well, let's hope he, what is it, the Broadchurch?
Yeah.
Let's hope the U.S. version does well, because he hasn't besides Doctor Who, which, he hasn't really done too much in the U.S. that's been kind of big.
No.
I mean, he did do that. What was
Well,
that movie?
Harry
Fright
Potter.
Night.
But, yeah, that wasn't big.
Yeah, the Harry Potter was before Doctor Who.
Before, during, and after, right?
Oh, was it?
His
I thought
first appearance was before Doctor Who, but then he showed up in a couple other of the movies, right?
I don't remember. I only remember him in the one. I haven't seen Harry Potter movies in a while, so I don't
I
know.
think he was in more than one.
Well, there's a simple way to find out. IMDb. Harry Potter, Harry Potter, Harry Potter. No. Goblet of Fire. Uh,
Oh, so just that one. I thought he was in more than one.
yeah. So no, just that one. So. Alrighty. But yeah, James Corden. I'm kind of a little shocked that he's going to be doing the Late Late Show, considering when I saw like he's doing movies now, like big movies.
Yeah.
Like, so is he still gonna be doing big movies and still? I don't know how that's gonna work. It seems like doing those late night shows kind of, that's a regular time thing. That's like,
Yeah.
pretty much all year round, just about.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
but we'll see. I'm glad. I definitely look forward to. I think those late night shows are on Hulu.
You're right.
So I look forward to, giving it a shot whenever that happens. Um, it's good to see him, do more because I really liked his character in Doctor Who, and I hope we see a third like appearance in Doctor Who, like
That'd be cool.
kind of like a trilogy type thing of the character.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have. It's a whole new doctor. He's a whole new guy. So
Yeah,
it wouldn't be that whole thing that he had with Matt Smith.
true, but we actually have no idea how it would be because we don't really know anything about.
I don't know this new doctor.
Except for he's supposedly going to be dark. Like I've seen
The
things.
trailers
recently.
make him seem really dark.
Yeah, and he's come out and said that he's not gonna. He doesn't think he's gonna be anybody's heartthrob. Which I'm just like, good on you. That's funny. Let's see what else. Okay, let's jump into some Marvel news. The Fantastic Four has finished filming.
Wait, what? I didn't know it was filming.
I know, exactly. And I've heard other people say the same thing, like, wait, it was filming? But
The first line of this article, I didn't realize the Fantastic Four movie was already shooting.
Exactly. When I saw this article, I was like, wait, what? But yeah, again, apparently that was real secretive. Either it was either they did a good job keeping it a secret, or nobody cared enough to really try to get scoops on it. Which
Both.
I'm kind of going for
Both.
maybe the latter more, because I don't know that cast. I mean that image they have on this article, that doesn't look good at all. Like, I don't know. They look like they look too young.
Just a bit.
I mean, they look like they're in college.
Well,
They look
okay,
our age.
I've been reading Ultimate Spider-Man, and they're actually really young in Ultimate Spider-Man too, or in the Ultimate Universe. So, I mean, like the Human Torch doesn't even have a high school diploma. Like he's still high school age.
I don't like that.
So,
Wow. Okay. Um, let's see. I guess sticking with Fox's Marvel. Mike Miller says Fox's, Marvel Cinematic Universe is equal to Marvel Studios, which I don't think so.
no.
I mean, I know he's working with like Fox and stuff. I think, right? So he knows their plans. I guess they want to join the Fantastic Four and the X-Men stuff. But no, they haven't. They have the X-Men universe established, and even that's not really that great.
Some of it is, some of it's not.
That's why I said it's not that great.
Right.
And they don't even have, the other part of their so-called universe established. So, yeah.
And it doesn't have a good track record.
I mean, Marvel Studios has, they have their whole Avengers, established. Plus, they just established a new, their cosmic universe.
Right.
And we'll talk about that later at the end of the show when we dive into spoilers. But yeah, so I don't know. These companies can't they can't just dive right in and be caught up with Marvel. You can't do that if you're gonna, do a good job. You've got to take your time, like Marvel did.
Yes, exactly. They're doing the same thing DC's doing now. They're moving too fast. They're before they even got a foothold on good movies. They don't quite know how to make good movies yet. So,
Yeah. This has been like Marvel's universe, Marvel Studios cinematic universe has been like Iron Man came out in '08, so they started filming this probably, it's been at least 6 years in the making to get to where they've, like I said, they've been shooting, so more than that. So like you can't just be like with one or two movies be like, "Oh, we're just as good," No, it doesn't work like that. But they're trying to, and we'll see how that works for them.
yeah.
I'm not going to hold my breath. On to another studio that has Marvel properties. Sony was doing their Venom movie. They've renamed it Venom Carnage.
Cool.
So I don't know. I don't know exactly how that's going to play in. That's supposed to come 3 years, 2017.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's pretty crazy, and didn't they also announce they're doing I had the article, but I decided to take it off because I didn't think it was, we would talk about it in these other topics, but they're doing like a female movie, like in the Spider-Man universe.
The article that I read was talking about like which who Marvel or DC is going to do their first standalone female movie. It said it's either going to be Marvel with Spider-Woman or DC with Wonder Woman.
It's gonna be Marvel with the way before anything. Like I'm pretty sure.
I agree.
Like,
And
I would think Black Widow probably before.
don't.
Just because people love the character's established. I mean, we saw a lot more of her in Captain America. You know, give her more
Yeah,
of a role like that, but just solo. And I mean, and you see Scarlett Johansson in other movies where she's the main. I mean, we'll talk about one of those later when we
yeah, I will.
dive into spoilers. But I mean, in this article where I have over 40 DC and Marvel movies will hit theaters in the next 6 years, it says 2017 unannounced female character Spider-Man movie. So
Yeah, that's why it's Spider Woman. So
yeah, well they were saying Spider-Woman or like Black Cat or
Black Cat, yeah. Which I could absolutely see a Black Cat show up because we've already seen that character, not Black Cat, but we've seen Felicia. So
yeah, we saw her in such the. I mean, God, they did a horrible job introducing her.
she was like that. Well, apparently there's deleted scenes of her though.
I mean, she was like the assistant.
Yeah.
Like, they really shoehorned her in. Like, I don't know.
If she wasn't, undercover, staking out the place already. That's exactly what I think she was doing. She was hiding out, staking out the place, seeing what she could steal.
That makes sense, and I like that theory. But I don't know. I don't know if Sony is. I don't get. I can't.
Because she didn't have the last name Hardy, so I think she was hiding. She wasn't.
I can't give. I can't. As of right now, from what I've seen from Sony, I can't give them enough credit to say I think that's where they're going. But that's a whole nother debate topic. Then, but yeah, this article, 40 movies in 6 years from DC and Marvel. I guess you want to run down the list real quick?
I'm not even looking at the link.
Well, you want me to? I'm saying.
Okay, I'm looking at. Okay.
Next year we have Avengers: Age of Ultron, Fantastic Four, and Ant-Man.
There's 3.
Yeah. May 1st for Avengers, June 19th for Fantastic Four, and July for Ant-Man. So, 2016, we have the newly, because Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, they decided to be smart and move their release date away from Captain America 3, which, that's the smartest thing DC has done in a long time, I think. Like, I'm honest. That's a smart move, but it's now March 25th will be Batman v Superman. May 6th, Captain America 3, which I'm so looking forward to. Like, I'm really looking after Captain America 2. I'm really looking forward to Captain America 3. Like, but then May 27th, X-Men Apocalypse. That's gonna be interesting. July 8th, Doctor Strange, unannounced. I guess that's what their
That's the best guess.
best guess. We know there's going to be a Doctor Strange movie, though, because the Marvel's president has confirmed it,
Yeah.
August 5th, unannounced DC movie. And then November 11th, the Sinister Six movie. Which, I mean, there was an article of, like, DC announces so many, movie release dates that are, just the release dates for their movies, kind of like Marvel did. So that's why, Screen Rant, where we're getting this article, that's why they made this, Marvel and DC, because now we have. But in case people want to know where these unannounced DC movies are coming from, they had an article where they did the same thing Marvel did, like, a month ago?
Yeah.
2017, Venom Carnage, unannounced, released, then the Spider-Man female movie, whatever, unannounced. March 3rd, 2017, we'll get the third Wolverine movie,
Goody.
untitled. May 5th, unannounced Marvel movie. June 23rd, unannounced DC movie.
Okay.
July 28th, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which we have to wait that long. July 14th, Fantastic Four 2.
Wait. Okay, yes. I was like, where's Fantastic Four 1? Oh, wait, it's next year. I missed that one.
November 3rd, unannounced Marvel movie. November 17th, unannounced. Which, I think
They
that...
need to pick more original titles. I mean, come on. They've already had an unannounced Marvel movie.
I think that November 3rd will be a new Thor, if they're going to do another Thor. I think that'll be the Thor 3.
I think they have to do another Thor movie.
I think that'll be the one, because they've had them in November, right? I know Thor 2 was November, I know that much. I can't remember when Thor...
I mean, come on. Where they left Loki, they have to have another Thor movie.
Oh, definitely. And they will. So, and, November 17th, announced DC film. 2018, The Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Okay, there's 20.
Which, that's quite a bit. That's kind of far away. March 23rd, DC movie. March 4th, Marvel. July 6th, Marvel. July 13th, unannounced X-Men movie. July 27th, DC movie. And November 2nd, Marvel movie. 2019, April 5th, DC movie. May 3rd, Marvel movie. June 14th, DC movie. Which I imagine there will be more Marvel movies. They just haven't announced. Yeah. I'm sure there'll be more than one Marvel movie in 2019.
You're right.
Especially since in 2020, so far, there's no Marvel movies announced. So, Marvel just hasn't, announced as many release dates, which might be smart.
I got 31.
Wait, did I do all of 2019?
Yes.
Okay, then April 2020, April 3rd, DC movie, June 19th, DC movie. Is that all of them?
23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I only count 30.
I'm trying to look in this article. It probably says... Why does it say 40 then?
I know, and especially down below it says we've got 30 DC/Marvel movies currently scheduled from 2015 to 2020.
Okay, conservative estimates is that there would be a minimum of 38 DC/Marvel movies over the next 6 years. So, the unannounced, because there are going to be more 2019 movies for Marvel, maybe DC, we don't know, plus whatever, Marvel Studios is probably going to do, maybe 2 more. It seems like they're doing 3 a year, starting, 2017, right?
Yeah.
So maybe 2 more from them, plus whatever Fox wants to do by then, plus whatever Sony wants to do by then, plus what with 2020, whatever all the others. So yeah, the rest are just estimates since they haven't been announced. But they're still. So yeah, okay, that makes more sense now. So yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, it'll be more interesting when we see what all these movies are.
Yeah.
But the fact that we know there are gonna be Marvel movies, I'm more excited about. The DC ones, we'll just have to see. Because I mean, I own Man of Steel, but it just seems like I still haven't watched it just because I've heard so much bad about it, and I'm just like I'd rather right. It's like should there are
You
times.
you've seen Wolverine.
Yes.
Wolverine is worse.
Okay. That's not saying much.
Man of Steel is better than the Wolverine movies.
Okay. And I know I'm gonna hate Man of Steel. I do. I know I'm going to. Just because the few problems I've heard is the main problems I have with Superman, you know. But well, you know, I'm gonna have to just bunker down and watch it. But I just think, you know, there are times where I'm like, I should watch Man of Steel finally. But and then it's like, but I could watch something I know I'm gonna enjoy.
See, I am I live by the theory, if I'm gonna hate something, I'm gonna know why I hate it.
That's true. I need
Like
to watch it
I
then.
watch movies that I think I'm gonna hate, so I know why I'm gonna hate them.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, we mentioned Batman v Superman gets pushed back. Now, okay, this is probably, you know, one of the dumbest things to do, but X-Men Days of Future Past, I enjoyed it. You enjoyed it, right?
Hmm.
I've been looking forward to the Blu-ray coming out,
Yeah.
which is pretty soon. I think is it this month? I don't know, but I'm not gonna pick it up
Oh.
because they've announced an extended cut is coming in 2015, and this Blu-ray is only going to be the theatrical cut. So I don't want to have to buy I'm
You
not going
don't
to
have to
buy
buy it twice.
I'm not going to buy it twice. Yeah. So I'm going to wait. You know, I'll probably if I want to watch it again, I'll probably rent it. You know, maybe Redbox or probably just digitally like I do. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna wait because I mean, I would have bought it, but them saying, "Oh, you know, this version that's coming out isn't going to be the complete version, you know, isn't going to be the best version, you know, whatever." It's like, don't tell us there's a better version coming before you can even, and then you're going to try to sell us the lesser version. Like,
Right. You see a smart company would do that after.
yeah, exactly, exactly,
You know, I mean, like, look at the the Lord of the Rings movies. Those came out well after.
exactly. But them straight up saying, you know, oh, they're, I mean, and not all movies have extended, you know, cuts.
Correct.
There are just so, you know,
So this is not something you would be expecting.
exactly, exactly. But now that we know, it's like, I mean, we know the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies are gonna have. I mean, I waited on buying the Hobbit movies till you know, extended editions came out, and I have the extended editions on Blu-ray.
Hmm.
So, because you know, just with Lord of the Rings, you knew that that was going to happen. But you know, the X-Men, the X-Men movies have never done this, so there was never to expect that. So I would have just bought it, but they
But
said,
here's
oh,
also the thing. So the only people who are going to know about this are fans. Who are fans who would look this up. You know,
yeah,
Joe Schmo who went to go see it in the theaters who doesn't follow movie news is going to walk into Walmart and go, oh look, X-Men's out. I'll buy this for for Johnny Schmo.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
I'll wait.
You're gonna wait?
I'll wait, but my family will probably buy this for me as a gift for like Christmas or something. So
Okay.
because that's what they do.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna wait just because I liked the movie. I enjoyed it. With them telling me this, I'm not gonna buy the lesser version. I'm gonna wait to get the better version, and who knows? I mean,
Yeah.
there could be a lot more added to it. Like you know, the extenders cut. I'm sure it's gonna have that scene where Magneto and Iceman and whoever else goes and gets Rogue to come and take
Probably.
Kitty Pryde's spots, and she got sliced up by Wolverine because they filmed that. We
Yeah.
know that's been filmed, so that'll probably be in there, which that'll probably make that'll probably make the film better because when you see Rogue at the end, you're like, why the hell did they just stick her at the end for like 3 seconds? Like that seems pointless, And why does she get a credit so high up because of that? It's like,
Right.
it's like, but then when you heard they filmed that scene, it's like that makes sense, and I would have liked to see that scene because I would have liked to see a little more of the future world,
Yeah.
because that future world was cool. Like, I enjoyed that stuff. But so yeah, it's stuff like this, and I still have yet to buy the Star Trek Into Darkness
Really.
because there's no specific version that has everything.
You're right. There's yeah.
So I'm not gonna buy something that's gonna be inferior that's not gonna have everything because that's the whole point of buying buying it is so you have you have everything.
Right.
But Target gets this and Walmart gets this and Amazon gets this and Best Buy gets this and you'd have to spend $100 just to. It's
Right.
stupid. So yeah. That whole thing has kind of made me jaded against the Star Trek movies, honestly. Like, I'm kind of upset about that because I enjoyed them; they were good, and I saw Into Darkness is on Netflix, and when I saw it, I was just like, I enjoyed it, it was good, but that whole Blu-ray thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
makes me mad because I want. Anyways. So that's a stupid move by Fox. So yeah. That's done. That's done. That's done. Okay. Last one. Yeah, last one. No surprise. Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers crossover is in the works. Pretty much.
It happened. I watched the movie. There was a crossover. It happened. Sure.
What
But
crossover?
the bad guys who were in Avengers
Oh.
were in Guardians of the Galaxy. It happened.
Yeah, but that's not the. Yeah. Okay, fine. It happened. We'll never see any. We'll never see the two groups come together because we already had the crossover.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
But yeah, which that's kind of a duh. We knew that was gonna happen,
Right.
and just it's not gonna. It's gonna be a bit. I know. It may be Avengers 3, maybe. I'm not sure. If Thanos is the villain in Avengers 3, then probably we'll see the crossover
Yeah.
happen with, Guardians of the Galaxy and them team up and stuff like that. So, looking forward to that. Guess that's news.
All right.
It was a lot of topics, but, a lot of them kind of...
That happened.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of links in the show notes, but a lot of them we were able to, you know, talk about at once. You know, like
Right.
the different in the next 6 year movies and the Batman being rescheduled and we were able to see. The thing is, with all these Marvel and DC announcements, they all kind of
They
flow
blend.
together. They blend, flow, whatever. So yeah. But anyways, let's talk about what we've been watching at home.
Yes.
Um, I do you have anything? Because you don't have anything on the.
Yes, I do.
Okay, you want to go first or me?
Sure. Um, well, I finished Chuck, and I assume you did too.
Yes,
What did you think of the ending?
I thought it was good.
Yeah,
It was all right.
yeah. Sarah lost her memory, and Chuck got the intersect back because he didn't have the intersect the entire last season.
At the beginning of that season, I kind of was upset because they had Morgan. That's his name.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they had him get the intersect, and I was like, oh my god, really? Are we gonna see the last season of the but spoilers, I guess, that's quickly taken care of.
yeah.
So
Also, you last episode we were talking about you had a problem with Jeffster. I thought they were a lot better in the last season,
yeah, mainly because
especially once Jeff fixed his brain damage.
yeah, that seemed kind of funny. We had a Stan Lee cameo.
Yeah,
That's Stan Lee.
as Stan Lee.
I didn't expect that.
No,
But yeah, that was pretty good. It's a good show. I'm not
it,
upset that I didn't watch it when it was on because I was able to marathon through it
right,
because back then I had other stuff I was watching. So I mean, it's not like the past however many years. It's like I had nothing to watch, and then I discovered this show. There's been
right,
stuff to watch, but
right.
yeah, it was definitely a good show.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoyed it. I've also started. I picked back up Ultimate Spider-Man, so I'm watching that.
Oh,
Um, I haven't watched everything that's on Netflix, but I'm getting there.
have you seen any new cameos? Like any new Marvel characters come in the world?
If you're talking about Deadpool, that's the next episode I have to watch.
That's a pretty good one.
That's our very next episode.
Who voices Deadpool? I think it's Will Friedle. Maybe. Dude from Boy Meets World who played Corey's brother and was also the voice of
Oh,
what was it,
he could
Ron
absolutely do it. Yeah,
on Kim Possible?
as we're both looking this up.
Yeah. Um, I think that yeah, Deadpool. Yeah. So it was a pretty good job. I enjoyed it. Um, wait,
Um,
there's a Green Arrow TV series? Like, wait, are they making a cartoon?
I say we watch Green Arrow. Well, we talk about it
No,
every episode.
we watch Arrow, but there's a Green Arrow, and he plays Green Arrow. Or no, yeah, no, yeah, that's weird. Are they making a cartoon Green Arrow? I guess they are.
Apparently,
That's
release date April, so this has already happened. 3
Wait a minute. That can't be right. You would know about this.
And why is there a character for Bo? Does his Bo talk?
Oh God, I hope. Maybe they made it and they decided not to pick it up, or
Because there's nothing on this.
I'm Googling this. This is
There's absolutely nothing on this.
Green Arrow TV series of DC animated new universe. Oh. On Comic Vine, but no. I don't know. Ugh. This is weird. IMDb is, I don't know. I'll look into this more, but
Yeah.
anyways, so yeah. Anything else?
Have I watched anything else? I don't think so.
Wait, did the Guardians of the Galaxy come in the first season, or?
No, I haven't seen them yet.
Okay, then they're coming, they come in the second season. That's fun. That's definitely fun right there. So, spoilers, but I guess you probably could have guessed.
I've seen the names of the title of the show title, so.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's it for you.
Yeah.
Else? Okay. I saw Iron Man and Captain America: Heroes United, which
How was that?
I think it was better than Iron Man and Hulk: Heroes United.
Okay.
Which is that on Netflix? I think that may be on Netflix.
Yes, it's actually like whenever I go to Netflix on my Xbox One, it's the big one always for me.
Okay. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it yet. No.
Okay. It's all right. It's pretty good. In that one they fight the electric villain or whatever, the
Electro?
No, not Electro, but someone kind of like Electro.
Okay.
I don't think it's Electro, but anyways, this one is Iron Man and Captain America, of course. The Red Skull kind of hires or has working for him Taskmaster.
Okay, cool.
And, Taskmaster learns... Let me find the description of this real quick.
I don't know much about Taskmaster.
He can
Other than Marvel versus Capcom.
His muscle memory can mimic, like he has photographic memory for movements. Like he can watch Captain America, how he fights and stuff like that, and mimic him like exactly.
Okay.
His same movements and stuff like that. So if they're battling, they'll be like, on stand par. But of course, stuff happens, and yeah. But that's his ability, which is kind of a cool ability for kind of a villain / he's kind of a mercenary.
He's an anti-villain? Wait.
He's kind of like a Boba Fett, where he's sways more towards the dark side, but does it for money.
I was to say he's an anti-hero, but he's not a hero.
Yeah. At least not that I'm aware of. I'm not aware of him ever being a hero. It's definitely not like the Punisher.
Okay.
He's definitely a little more evil, but he does it for like money, I think. Let's see. I'm trying to not spoil this because I think you should watch this, Stuart. It's very entertaining.
Okay.
once you can get past, you'll get past the whole like weird animation style. You'll get used to that.
It's almost a cell shading kind of style, isn't it?
Yeah. Um, but you get used to it pretty soon. Like it doesn't take too long to get used to the look of it. Um, just every time, yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to find a good description for this. Maybe IMDb has one. But anyways, it. Try not to. Trying to think what would be spoilers or not, because a lot happens in this. A lot really does, and it's not too long either. But a lot does happen through this. Like, well, the description says Iron Man and Captain America battle to keep Red Skull and his Trigger Man Taskmaster from unleashing an army of Hydra brutes on the world. So I guess that. What do you take from that description? Like Hydra
Red
brutes.
Skull, obviously.
Hydra brutes. What do you think those would be?
I'm thinking that they somehow got some of the special serum for.
Okay, so yeah, they capture Captain America early on, and they get the soldier. Or he actually, they capture him, and they get the soldier serum, and they create these weird looking fucking like Captain America weird clones. They're like almost Hulk size.
Okay.
And they even produce like shields, and they're able to somehow like take away his memories, or his copy his like fighting abilities from his brain and put them in to the creatures and stuff. Like, I mean, it's weird.
Alrighty.
Oh, that kind of gives it away. Yeah, okay. You actually do see the Hulk in it. I wasn't going to say anything, but when you look at the description, under stars, they list the dude who's been playing the Hulk for everything,
Okay.
So it's obvious because it gets to a point where I was watching and I'm like, they could really use the Hulk right now, and bam, crashing through the ceiling comes the Hulk, like. It was like on par, like, and they have the dude who plays, they have Nathan Petrelli voicing Iron Man, of course, and
Right.
all the voices from everything, including Red Skull from the the animated series, the Avengers animated series, and stuff like that. It's pretty good. So yeah, I'd recommend it. I really would. Especially if you're, a Marvel fan. It's really one of the better Marvel animated movies. Like, let's see. I did watch the Iron Man anime one.
Oh yeah.
What was that called?
Iron Man anime.
No, not the animated show. The animated movie.
You're talking about Extremis?
Rise of the Technovore.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That was bad. That was really bad. I fell asleep watching it. It was that bad. Like, it just was not good. I mean, they didn't have the Nathan Petrelli as Tony Stark or Iron Man, of course. They had Norman Reedus as the Punisher, which.
All right.
I like Norman Reedus, but
Yeah.
like the way the animation, it fit with the way the animation of the Punisher looked, kinda, but the way they had the Punisher look, he didn't really look too tough. I don't know. It was weird. It really was. The animation was very weird. I couldn't get. You didn't get used to this animation. And this is on Netflix, of course.
Yeah.
I didn't rent this digitally like I did the other one. Definitely not. And I've been looking at this. This has been one of the things that have been staring at me in Netflix for a while. And I finally was like, okay, I'll watch it, but it was bad. It was really bad. Let's see what else. There are a lot of other Marvel the Marvel shows are pretty good. The animated cartoons are on par for the most part. It's just their movies seem to be lacking, but this one was really good. This Captain America Iron Man one.
Mm-hmm.
So I like I said, I'd recommend that one. Let's see what else. Oh, I've recently I heard about this movie recently because the sequel is out in theaters right now.
Uh-huh.
And I remember actually kind of hearing about this a while ago, I think, because the plot, when I heard about this recently, the plot seemed real familiar. The Purge. Have you heard of this?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen it?
No, I don't like those kind of movies.
It's really interesting. It's like one night a year, like certain crimes are allowed, like including murder with certain weapons. And because of that, the rest of the year crime is down, and unemployment is down, and just a bunch of
Population is down.
well, homeless population, because that's mostly who people kill, or like the homeless and stuff like that. And it seemed, though I'm not explaining it really that great, but it seemed real interesting to me, and so I went to see how much it would be to rent. I couldn't find to rent it digitally, so I saw it was like so much to own,
Right.
digitally. So I was just like, I could pay like a couple bucks more and get the Blu-ray of it. So I did that. I got the digital copy, so I did that, and I ended up watching it. It's really interesting. You start to slowly see, it starts to slowly introduce you to the world and how, it's one night a year crime. It doesn't just say that all out in the, like at the beginning there is text, like,
Mm-hmm.
explaining some stuff, but it doesn't explain everything. It's just like, stuff like, crime population is down, and unemployment is at 1% and stuff like that.
Right.
And then it slowly starts to introduce you through like news reports and people in the conversation and stuff like that. But the whole movie pretty much takes place at this one house. This guy who actually ends up selling security systems, like state of the art security systems, where like
His house basically turns into like a bunker, like windows shut down and stuff like that, right?
like iron barrier, like iron doors come down, like cover the regular doors and stuff, like stuff you would see in like a secret lair or something like that,
Right.
or whatever. But that's supposedly the norm now, since this is such a big thing. Ethan Hawke is the main guy in it. It's not as violent as you would think.
Really?
It's mostly a thriller, like suspense, because the little kid, the kid feels bad because this homeless guy is like runs out of nowhere, and they see on the security cameras he ends up letting this homeless guy in, and this one group of like I would say maybe either college or straight out of college students, like rich high society group, was chasing him, and they find out they're in this guy's house, you know, and um, they pretty much say, we don't want our people, you're high society, because they live in a huge fucking house too. Um, and they're like, we don't want to hurt you, just let the one guy go, and as you can suspect from there, things get crazy, but it's, for the most part, it's just like a waiting game. Like they have this mysterious guy in the house, because the high society people turned their power off, so they have flashlights trying to find this guy, and then when they do find him, he, obviously is going to put up a fight, and then the you know, obviously if you're in the position, you're going to think maybe, what, do we do it? You're going to hesitate. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. You don't know. Just, what's going to be the end result? How everything is going to happen? It's pretty interesting. From what I hear, the second one takes place more of the outside world, how the outside world is. But this pretty much takes place in one house, and it's just like, it's more of a thriller, really. And it's really good. I really enjoyed it. It was really unique.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it, but I'm not a fan of those kind of movies, so that wasn't one I was gonna go watch.
Yeah. But I mean, if this ever comes on Netflix, I would definitely recommend checking this out. The second one, I don't know if I'm gonna go out to theaters and see it or not. I don't know. I mean, it's in theaters right now, but I don't know if I'm just gonna wait because there's other stuff coming out that I'd rather be watching.
Yeah, I understand about that.
And I don't mean Ninja Turtles, because I would see The Purge 2 over Ninja Turtles any day. Because I really am not going to go see that. Because movies, going to the movie theater is kind of expensive.
Yes, it is.
So I'm not. I know you're like, I want to see a movie. I want to know why I hate a movie, but I'll wait till it's like, digital rental or something like that.
Yes. Yeah, I usually, on those movies, I wait until they come out, then I'll watch them.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go to the theaters, spend them, however much money plus the drink and, whatever snack I get. But yeah. So, but yeah, I say I might I'm like 40-60 on whether or not I'll see The Purge 2 or not.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I'm really curious to see how, because they tease a lot about, a lot doesn't really happen. Like, like I said, it's more of a thriller. Like, you're more, the movie is more, teasing what could happen, or keeping you on the edge of your seat with anything could happen at this, exact moment, or when the action will start and stuff like that. But it really makes you curious on what this world is going to be. And the opening credits scene is really interesting, because it's feeds. It's like camera feeds. It's like the Purge feed, camera feeds or whatever, and it's like from all different like cities and stuff throughout the, like, they even have Shawnee, Oklahoma, which it's like, hey, I know exactly where that is. And they have like New York and stuff, and they show like people beating up other people, or people doing looting and just crazy stuff, and you get kind of a tease there, of how it is. But throughout the movie they make you they tease more, and it's going to be real interesting. I'm definitely going to see this. It's just a matter of in theaters or if I'm going to wait till. But yeah. But I may wait, because I think Expendables comes out next week. New Expendables movie, which I'm looking forward to that. I love those movies.
They're the
And
same damn movie.
but no, they have Wesley Snipes in this one, and Harrison Ford, and a bunch of other people.
And a bunch of other people, you're right.
They have Ronda Rousey, which I love Ronda Rousey. She's the women's UFC fighter. She is amazing. Like she has ended like every fight in the first round from either tap outs or knockouts. Like she is an incredible kick-ass fighter, and I'm excited to see her in an action movie. I think she was in an action movie, but it wasn't it was one of those small little sort of indie movies. But anyways, I just started last night. I started an anime that's been on Netflix for quite a bit, and I've kind of been looking at it and kind of should I watch it? Maybe. But Black Butler. And I've heard a lot of good things about this, too.
I swore you've seen this before, because I swore we talked about it before.
I haven't. I think
Okay.
you have, and...
Yeah, but I thought we talked about one character specifically.
I think Elf talked about it because I know maybe when she was on the show, or... Because I remember
that was a while ago though, but
I remember she was one of the people I've seen talk highly about this series. I think I don't know.
I can see her absolutely loving the show, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, first time I'm watching it, and it's very interesting.
It's different.
Like the first it really is different. And it's slowly, it's slowly introduced. It doesn't just straight up say what everything is. It's slow, even after the first episode, I'm like, what the hell is this? What I need more explanation. So, you watch the second episode and third episode, and I think I'm on episode 8 right now.
It's been a while since I've seen it. I just know kind of the premise of the show and
apparently
some of how the characters act.
Yeah, the 12-year-old, running the toy company. I guess he's made a deal with a devil or a demon, which becomes his butler or whatever. And I've seen him take on the Grim Reaper or the Reaper dude. But I haven't really seen too much other cosmic things yet, so.
Are you talking about Grell?
I'm talking about the redhead,
Yeah, the one you're not sure is is that a man or woman?
Well, he was the butler of the main in the main the 12-year-old boy's aunt.
Still, not sure if that's a man or a woman.
Well, I knew it was a man from the start when you thought he was the bumbling idiot butler at first, and then he ends up, spoilers, you find out 2 episodes later he ends up being this Reaper who ends up being considered Jack the Ripper, which that whole thing was interesting, but
yeah,
I'm liking it so far. It's pretty good.
Yeah, there's been more episodes of this that's come out since I've watched it, but yeah.
Yeah, I think there's 2 seasons on Netflix right now. So.
Yeah, I think when I watched it there was only 1 episode. So
that's my big anime I'm watching right now. So.
Yeah, you look at that picture. Is that a man or a woman?
Oh, in that image.
That is a cross-dressing man that looks exactly... Yeah, okay.
But you didn't see that. You didn't see him with red hair or whatever before. You saw he had black hair and he was dressed like in the butler's
Yes,
uniform.
yeah, you're right.
So you knew he was a dude. Yeah. And not to and speaking of that other butler guy, that's the little short one who sometimes becomes regular. Can't remember his name.
That one's escaped me completely.
I'm gonna try to find something on this real quick. It's just the smallest little things, and it's just like appears out of nowhere sometimes, and it's so like.
Yeah, like I said, it's been a while since I've seen this show.
Yeah, definitely. But anyways. Oh, here's a good image. Here's like a list of all the characters. The very small guy.
Okay. Not ringing a bell.
Well, he's kind of like the like on Trigun, that cat that just appears randomly, and it's just like kind of humorous as well. But like when the Reaper was like you thought he had I forget what the main butler's name is, the demon guy's name is, but when you thought he had killed him and his life was flashing, he was seeing his life, and you just see that little butler character guy. Like that's all he let him see or something like that. It just popped out. It was hilarious, but yeah, I'd recommend it. It's on Netflix, you know.
Yeah, I'll probably watch more. Like when actually watch more of this show. There was a live action.
I could see that. Yeah.
Musical.
Okay then.
Yeah, live action musical. Because Japan.
Alrighty. Oh, and I finally did, like a couple weeks ago. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I did finally finish Sword Art Online.
I still haven't watched season 2. I still haven't started watching season 2.
Wait, season 2.
It's airing right now.
Oh, it's airing right now. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought you finished that when it came out.
I finished the dub stuff, like the. Wait. There's more to it? Huh.
Yeah,
Like,
after.
they finished the elf thing, and it becomes.
Yeah.
They
And
have
then.
the seed.
Yes, and then there's more.
Okay, I didn't know they made it. It ended.
There's like 12 books, and I've read 7 of them.
Okay, the way it ended, it made it seem like it was done, because it was a pretty good ending right there.
Yeah, it was.
I was pretty satisfied with it.
Yeah, there's more. It actually goes. Then the third game is Gun Gale Online, which is a
Is it the same characters or?
Yes. Well,
okay.
It's. Now, this is coming from the book. I haven't watched this series, but like the government or whatever actually asked Kirito to actually go into this game to find somebody who is somehow murdering people in the game and in real life at the same time.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, one of the main shocks though was when you find out, like, his sister finds out
cousin.
Finds out he is who he is, because I thought she knew he was who he was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, totally thought that she knew until she found out who he was, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
Because
whole weird thing with
because
her.
she never told her, she never told him, in real life she was playing this game, or she was playing any of the, this virtual reality whatever game and stuff like that. So I figured she knew who he was, and so yeah. But yeah, that was definitely a, a shock for me, because in a different way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. Um, so yeah, I guess that's it for, from here on out it's gonna be spoiler stuff, right?
Pretty much.
Guardians of the Galaxy will be at the end, which I think I might cut this and also post it separately so people can, you know, you know, so if people just want to listen to just the Guardians of the Galaxy talk,
Okay.
I'm thinking I might because it's such a big movie. But let's save that for the end, though. Um, so you've seen some movies, Stuart?
I have seen some movies. I spent quite a deal of time this week in the movie theater.
I as well.
Um, well, let's talk about the movie. Actually, you talked about last week, Lucy.
Oh, I'm so glad you saw this.
I saw Lucy. That was not what I thought it was going to be.
I told you it wasn't what you thought it was going to be.
No, not one bit.
It looks like it's going to be a straight up like action movie, right?
Yeah.
And it ends up straight up sci-fi.
I wish it was the action movie.
Really? You didn't like it?
Not so much.
Oh.
It
Okay.
went to a place like, the fuck is happening?
Well, I mean, it's sci-fi. It's not supposed to. It's not supposed to.
She's somehow traveling through time, and at the same time turning into a computer, but then she becomes everything. The fuck?
Well, I mean, that drug advances like her. I think it does more than just unlocks the capacity of her brain. I think it advances the human race to, and as well as unlocking the capacity of the brain to an even more, advanced level. That's the way I looked at it. To where she ended up becoming like a god, or just so to speak, because spoilers at the end, she sends the text saying she's everywhere. So that's the way I was seeing it, as she was becoming a more advanced organism or species or whatever with that.
Yeah, that's kind of I saw it too, but still, the fuck.
I mean, I liked it. I loved how they used the imagery at the beginning. The
the whole thing with the gazelle and the cheetah. I'm like, okay, I get the symbolism here. That's not necessary. That's completely not necessary.
I know it's not necessary, but I kind of liked it. I thought it added. I don't know. I thought it added something to it.
It made the movie. It was trying to be an artsy movie. That's how it seemed to me, when it didn't need to be.
Yeah.
Because there was a whole lot of stock footage in that movie that really I don't think needed to be there.
I can see that, yeah.
And I wish it was the action movie we all thought it was, because I saw it with both of my sisters and my mom, and they were saying, "What was that?"
Well, yeah, I mean it's a straight up sci-fi, like extreme sci-fi movie, which I don't know. I love sci-fi movies. I really do.
I do too.
So I was pleased. I mean, there's just so many action movies. We have so many of them, But
right,
all
but
the
then
Bournes and the Takens.
Don't try to fake. This is an action movie. When this is a sci-fi action movie, when in fact it is not.
Well, I mean,
Because there were some action elements to it. And those were cool. I liked those, but it was the ending. I did not like the ending.
I admit the ending was it's a bit hard, but the rest of the movie I really enjoyed. The ending is a bit hard to get around. The whole
The ending pretty much ruined the movie.
I wouldn't say it ruined the movie. I enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed the journey. It's just the destination wasn't exactly. It was rough for me. So that's the way I look at it. Is I enjoyed the journey, but the destination was a little rough. But I mean, I don't know. There was some things I would have done differently with the movie ultimately, but the whole sci-fi thing, that was a pleasant surprise.
Well, the whole movie was the whole movie was sci-fi. It was built as sci-fi.
But the trailer didn't really give that away.
It was a sci-fi action movie. That's what the trailer was.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Because let's face it, that chemical that women make in their, that's bullshit. That's fiction. That's science fiction.
Yeah.
There is no drug that can do that.
Yeah. But I mean, it's science fiction.
It's bullshitium.
It's science fiction, and it sounded good. I mean, because they said it was a small, very, very small dose, and this is synthetic form of whatever, and yeah. So I don't know. It's sci-fi. It's not real.
I still thought it was dumb.
It's not real though. It's not supposed to be real.
I still thought it was dumb.
Yeah. I mean, you can nitpick a lot of movies and think a lot of things are dumb, but I mean, it's a summer popcorn flick. It came out in the summer. It's not supposed to be this. I mean, it's. I wouldn't put it on as The Hobbit to be like an amazing, great movie, or like it's. I'm not saying this is.
I expected to turn off my brain. I could not turn off my brain.
Okay.
There was no way to turn off your brain and follow any of it.
Okay, I guess this is just one of the parts where we disagree, because I know for a fact I'm probably going to pick this up on Blu-ray, because for the most part I enjoyed it. It was an interesting movie. Scarlett Johansson definitely
she
makes it a lot better, and
I'd like to see Scarlett Johansson.
And Morgan Freeman is Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
He's pretty much Morgan Freeman in everything. Which it somehow works. Like, him being the same somehow works in everything, for the most part. You will get the twist every now and then where he's like a villain, like in Wanted? Wasn't he the villain in Wanted?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
That was a good ending. That was a good ending. That was a good twist.
Yeah. So. Yeah, there's that. But yeah, I mean, until the end when the computer thing started happening, I admit that was pretty batshit crazy.
Yeah.
But, convincing myself, saying it was sci-fi, it's not supposed to be real, it's supposed to be crazy, I convinced myself.
But at least it's supposed to make sense. Sci-fi is supposed to make sense, though.
Yeah, but, I mean, the way, like I explained it, like, it wasn't just unlocking her brain to me.
No, I get that, and I understood that when I was watching it. It still did not make sense to me. It still was like this. This is too because they didn't build on that. If they would have built on her becoming something else from the beginning.
Well, she basically just became the Impossible Man.
If they would have built on that more than just all of a sudden new being, like no, you can't do that.
Yeah. I admit, but for the most part, I liked the movie. I liked more of it than I disliked.
Yeah,
So
I'm just stuck on the end. So
yeah. I am curious though how this movie will be the second view, how I will perceive it a second time. I am very curious about that. I may end up hating it, like you, or I don't know. It could go either way, really and
yeah,
truly. Because this seems like I don't know. Going in, I don't know. It seems like watching this a second time, you know, you may pick up on other things. I'm just
yeah,
assuming. So
yeah.
that may explain more. I don't know, but um, I gotta say one of the most ridiculous things was the whole her like when it first ruptured and her like floating on the ceiling and stuff like that. But
But the chain somehow still had gravity to it. I kept watching the chain and seeing like, oh look, the chain is
I
hmm.
well,
It's
when I was watching that, I was kind of thinking, okay, is this how she's is this is this like a visual of how she's feeling right now? Is this actually real? Is this actually happening, or is this how she's feeling, and it's just portraying how she's kind of like the whole lion gazelle thing. I was kind of not sure about that whole thing going on, and I still don't
I don't
know.
know.
I mean,
I don't know.
it could go either way, honestly.
Yeah.
So but yeah, that's how I remember watching that and thinking this is ridiculous, and then I was like, well, is this? And yeah, so. But yeah, I say it. I say it's a movie people should watch. I guess you disagree.
I don't know about not watching it, but don't be fooled by the trailer.
Yeah, and prepare for sci-fi. I mean, it's straight up sci-fi. Like, it's definitely different. Um. Anyways, what else, Stuart?
Well, the whole reason we delayed this was so you could watch a movie, but then you were sold out. So
After waiting in line for like, God, I assumed this was like, I really did not expect, you know,
I bought
especially,
my ticket a week ahead, just
yeah.
in case.
Well, I mean, this is a small town that, like, you know, that this was that this was being aired in, and I was really kind of shocked because, especially since there was only like one showing a day.
But that also means that there's gonna be more people, and because it was such a limited release, people from other places are coming there.
Yeah,
We're
but
talking about
I,
Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods.
but for me, I figured, with all the last day, with all the, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Guardians of the Galaxy and all the other, there wouldn't be as many people.
Also a
And
Saturday.
I guess, but
That's
God,
that's me. Fridays and Saturdays are when people mostly go see movies.
I tried going on like Wednesday and Thursday. I tried, but shitty life happened, and yeah, I wanted to go. I wanted to. I was ultimately going to go either Tuesday or Wednesday because they were showing it at 7 at night, and then I was like, well, Thursday they're showing it at 1:30 in the afternoon, so you know people will be at work, so
Yeah.
maybe it won't be. That was my ideal, but shitty life happened, and if they didn't show it on Friday, I definitely could have tried to go on Friday if they would have had it on Friday, but they didn't, and yeah.
It was showing nowhere on for Friday.
I
That was
know
weird.
that's crazy. They need to redo. They need to like, I don't know.
Well,
Obviously, this was popular,
yes, it was very popular.
so
Um, I missed part of the movie
oh, that sucks.
because I got there and I got into the absolutely slowest concession line for my popcorn and soda. And I walked in there and I was like, "Movie's not playing. There's nothing on the screen." And guy came out and said, "Well, 20 minutes of the movie is gone. It's been deleted somehow."
That's bullshit. You should have demanded your money back.
We got free movie tickets
Okay, for
to whatever, and a lot of
okay.
people left. There were a lot of people who left, which was
They
surprising.
should have been able to like just re-download it or something, because everything's digital now, right? Like they
Yes,
download
it was a digital movie, and the first 20 minutes was just gone. Um, but he said he wasn't sure whether he could get another copy of it for the next showings or not, which was only one more day, because they were only showing it on Tuesday and Wednesday. That was it. There was no Thursday or Saturday showing. So I just kind of bit the bullet, knowing because the guy even said like the first 10 minutes or so is actually like trailers for other animes.
See, I was wondering if because
So
when I was in line, like it was a big line. And it was in a, like I said, it was in it's small town, kind of smallish town, and it was a small inside of a small mall, and the little area, concession area slash ticket booth area was like tiny. So like, I assumed if there was a bunch of there really wasn't a yeah. So I was tweeting, God, I hope there's trailers for this. I wasn't sure, but yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see him. Instead, I started kind of right. So like I said, I missed like the first couple minutes of the movie. But it was different because I've never been to a screening like this where everybody is just super fans.
God, I'm so upset.
Because there's a point in every Dragon Ball Z fight where it looks like, oh no, the hero might lose. Goku's kind of laying in a crater. I heard there was this little seven-year-old girl behind me going, "Goku, no!" I thought that was just, like so adorable.
7-year-old. Wow.
Yeah, and I know that because her mom, before the show, was screaming. I know she was 7.
Wow. Shit. She wasn't even alive when we were watching Dragon Ball Z. Like,
There were quite a few kids and quite a few people.
wow.
A lot of older people.
I don't know. I'm surprised. I really am. That there were a lot of young, like 7-year-olds. Wow. That's
But
cool though. I'm glad.
yeah, it was good seeing more new
And a
Dragon Ball.
7-year-old girl. That's rude.
Yeah.
That's the head scratcher right there.
Well, hey, her mom was there too, and she seemed like she was a fan. Like the way she was talking, she was a fan too. So
Yeah. That's still weird though, because
like,
Dragon Ball Z seems
our
to
kids
be more.
growing up, we're actually gonna show them Dragon Ball when we, as our kids get older.
But Dragon Ball Z seemed to always be more towards like boys, because the action stuff.
Bullshit.
So
Bullshit.
Well, I'm saying
Girls can play with Legos too. Goddamn
I'm not
it.
saying they can't. I'm just saying I've never seen anyone I've never known a female who actually everyone I ever known who liked Dragon Ball Z was always a boy or a guy, whatever. So it's interesting.
They do exist.
It's
They do
good.
exist.
It's good. I'm not complaining. I'm just noting that it's rare. It's like a 4-leaf clover. It exists, but you just don't see it all the time. Anyways, did you like it? Was it good?
It was good. I'm glad I know there's another one because this completely set up for another one. There was this whole thing of Piccolo said one thing, and I'm like, and it never kind of played out. It's like it doesn't seem like he's fighting him. It seems like he's training him. But nothing ever came of that. So, I'm looking forward to next year.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to this coming out on home release, which there's no date.
Me too, because I can see the beginning of it.
Or maybe Funimation being like, okay, we're gonna maybe any theaters who want to do this more will, since there
Yeah.
was maybe, hopefully. Because I mean, I'm assuming it got close to selling out a lot of places.
Yes, from what I've heard, yes, it sold out a lot of places.
And it sucks because it sold out like I was real close too, like. I hate that. I was so close. So close. And I would have been there earlier if fucking traffic wasn't like if the construction wasn't going on like on the way to there. Oh.
Yep, I know what you mean.
So, but yeah. In life I would have saw it days before, but yeah, I'll see it eventually.
But it was good. It was really good.
I didn't expect you to say, "Oh, it was crap. It was the worst thing ever." I didn't expect that.
We got more Dragon Ball.
Yeah. First time in 17 years, like.
It was actually really funny because there were some other people around me who were talking like, so like this happens before GT. Like, GT doesn't happen. It doesn't exist. It doesn't happen.
GT is not canon.
No.
Yeah.
There was one character that was missing that was kind of odd. Bola was missing. She's not there. It was really weird because of what this took place around. You figure she would be there. I'm trying not to spoil that damn thing, if you can tell.
Was Bola alive during the end? I guess she had to have been.
Yep.
Yeah. Because Pan was alive at the end of Dragon Ball Z.
But Pan wasn't born. Thanks to that, she was not born in the movie.
That's weird, because at the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, she was born. Or she was like 3.
Yeah. She wasn't born yet.
So this was, God, this is weird. Was Oob there?
Oob was not, but Boo was.
Okay, because, yeah, at the end of Dragon Ball Z, they're at the tournament, and Goku leaves with Oob, and...
Yeah, I thought that too. I was like... Actually, Goku was on King Kai's planet. But like I said, I missed like the first couple minutes of the movie, so Oob could have been explained. I don't know.
So Pan, she wasn't born. Like,
No.
you know that for a fact. She
Yes.
just wasn't.
She was not born.
Like,
Videl was pregnant. And when Gohan found out during the movie, it's like, I'm gonna be a father. So.
I guess maybe this takes place before that last episode?
I try not to place movies.
See, I would have been happy if they would have been like, yeah, this is in the movie universe where nothing is
The same.
whatever. Yeah. But they're saying this fits in with the TV series, so, the crazy Uber fanboy in me is just like, I can't help myself. I need to place this,
I've learned not to.
It hurts my head.
I've learned not to do that.
Okay. So, what else have you seen?
Well, because I got that free movie ticket, that I didn't have to spend any money before seeing this movie, I saw Ninja Turtles. And, hey, guess what? It's exactly how we thought it was going to be. Shredder, for all case and purposes, was a fucking transformer. Michelangelo is exactly what Michael Bay thinks is funny.
Let me guess. Johnny Knoxville as Leonardo didn't work at all.
You know what? He kind of did.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm just shocked that
Because
you would have thought
he's not the one that talked the fucking most. He's not the one you heard constantly.
I would have much rather Johnny Knoxville had been Michelangelo. That would have made more sense to me. The crazy jackass guy playing the crazy party turtle. But yeah, whatever. So this is your movie X on the show notes?
Yep.
Okay, I was like, movie X, what the fuck is that?
Okay, I'm gonna go through my problems. Like I said, Shredder was for all case purposes a fucking transformer. That's exactly how he looked. The Foot were not ninjas. They were a paramilitary group.
Oh god.
And the only bad guy who knew martial arts was Shredder. That was it.
Thank you, Michael Bay, for ruining our childhood again.
Michelangelo
We still
was
have this.
exactly as bad as you thought he was going to be. He's what Michael Bay thinks is funny. He had 2 jokes that I actually kind of laughed at. 2.
Wow.
And one of them was, they all think they're going to die, and they're, saying their regrets in life. And Michelangelo said, "I regret that I didn't understand the ending of Lost." I found that funny. Nobody else in the theater did.
We've heard that joke too many times, though.
But still, and also, I saw this.
I
When I
agree.
into the movie
I still
theater,
don't
I knew what I was getting into. Because there was he had to have been 3. There was a 3-year-old throwing a fit. He didn't want to go into the movie theater.
Smart 3-year-old.
And like his parents were like, "Come on, it's Ninja Turtles, Ninja Turtles." Like, just don't take the kid in. Just leave. Because there was 20 other 5-year-olds in there.
Oh God.
Because I knew this because every time Michelangelo made a joke, I heard it for the next 5 minutes behind me.
You should have went to a late viewing of this.
I seriously thought about it.
See, I try to do that when it's movies. I know. Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I heard every joke that Michelangelo made for the next 5 minutes coming from behind me. They didn't use Steadicams, and I'm making a point to say this. They didn't use Steadicams, and the camera guy, his leg was shorter than the other one. Because god damn it, he couldn't keep that damn thing still.
Damn.
And it made me dizzy. See, the whole point of... so I'm just ripping on Ninja Turtles. The whole point of them knowing ninjutsu and them following the Japanese way is because somebody fucking threw a guide to ninjutsu down the fucking sewer. I'm not fucking joking! That's... That is probably the worst point of the movie.
It could have been worse for you, Stuart. It could have been worse for you.
How?
You could have seen it in 3D.
You're right. It could have been a lot worse. Because then I would have to pay. Let's see. Megan Fox on the screen for 5 minutes. She's on a trampoline.
Let me guess. She was horrible as April O'Neil.
She didn't talk a lot. She was there for eye candy. And that joke was even made that she was there for eye candy. Because, like, she's a reporter, and she gets these awful assignments, and she's throwing a hissy fit, like, I want to be a real reporter, blah, blah, blah. And Will Arnett is sitting there going, you're eye candy. That's why you get to be on the trampoline. But he says it in a way because he's actually in love with her, blah, awful.
And I saw, like, in a trailer or something, they tried to make the connection that her father was the one who was also working towards the ooze or whatever, right? That made the Ninja Turtles and blah blah blah.
Exactly. Yep.
They're trying to tie everything together, which that's not how it fucking worked.
Well,
right? I don't ever remember
how the Turtles and Splinter get down the sewer is there was a fire at the lab, and because they were her pets that her dad was experimenting on, she saved them and then let them loose into the sewers as a child. Because her dad found out that, hey, William Fichtner's character was not a good guy. Also, his name is Eric Sachs, in his Sachs Industries. Half the time, I swear they were saying sex. Which I bet you'll see an article from Fox News about that.
I don't even think anyone on Fox News will see this movie.
Oh, no, they don't have to see the movie to write judgment. That's how they deal with half the movies. They don't ever see them before they shit on them. But this one they can absolutely shit on. Please, shit away. There was a part where Whoopi Goldberg's in the movie, by the way. Oh man.
Oh yeah, wasn't she supposed to be like the one? Wasn't she supposed to be the editor or something?
She's April's boss.
Yeah.
And April's telling her boss about what she saw, the turtles and all that, and her boss is calling her crazy and all that. Excuse me, but she asked him what do they look like, and she pointed to the picture of a turtle, a regular ass turtle. They look like this.
And let me guess, somewhere in the movie, her boss, like, somehow one of the Ninja Turtles runs into her boss or somehow and...
No.
No? Okay.
Nope.
I would have thought.
So did I. But no, that didn't happen.
Okay, well, that's...
The only other human who ever saw the turtles was Will Arnett. But... I heard somebody, when she pointed to the picture of a regular-ass turtle, and go, they look like this. I heard somebody behind me go, no, they don't.
Mm-mm. They don't. Yeah. Turtles don't have nose.
No, not like that, they don't.
Turtles aren't fucking 10 feet tall.
They called them 6. Bullshit, they're 6.
Aren't they like 8? Aren't they like really like 7?
They're like really tall, yeah.
Yeah.
Like 8, 7 feet tall, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, like they could stand next to Shaq and yeah. But yeah, they were tall, way taller than 6 feet. But yeah.
But yeah, because I did not have to spend money on this, I saw it.
I would have waited for like something better. To be honest, I wouldn't have even.
Thing is, I looked in the time frame that I had that free ticket for.
Oh, it was only a. Okay. Okay.
And I'm looking at IMDb right now. I'm sorry, Baxter Stockton was not in the movie. Sorry. No, he wasn't.
Oh, really? I'm not talking about that. Ninja Turtles did better than Guardians of the Galaxy this weekend. That's
sad.
a shame. That's a shame because Guardians of the Galaxy. We'll talk about that. Like, yeah, as soon as you're done with this. But
Also, Tony Shalhoub was the voice, as we knew ahead of time. Still, just no.
yeah, we knew that was not going to be that great.
Makes me sad because I like Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah. So you done with that?
Yeah, I'm ready to calm down.
Now, weirdly enough, I'm looking at movies coming soon, and there's a movie I did see the poster, and I'm like, that's such a generic name, and that looks like such a generic movie. Let's Be Cops.
That is exactly what you think it is.
Yeah.
I've seen the trailer for that before almost every movie that I saw this week.
Yeah. Expendables. Looking forward to that. Ooh, Sin City. That new Sin City. Ooh. I'm looking forward to that. That comes out the 22nd. They should have came out with Sin City, this new Sin City, like a long ass time ago, but better late than never.
Yeah.
God, I remember like what was it, like 3-4 years ago, them talking about, oh, Johnny Depp's gonna be in Sin City 3, and I'm like, okay, great. Sin City 2 needs to come out though. Anyways, wow. Yeah, I was thinking, God, maybe I will. I was thinking, maybe I should go see, like, when I drove, like, 45 miles to see, the Dragon Ball Z, and it was sold out. I was thinking maybe I should see the Ninja Turtles one, so I'll have something to talk about, because I think Stuart might be seeing it, maybe. And then I was like, no, I'd rather not, because then the trip would probably be even worse. I'd feel
Yeah,
even
you don't want
worse
to spend your money.
I'd feel even worse about driving that far, then spending the money to see. Yeah. So yeah. Um. But okay. The big spoilery topic right now, Guardians of the Galaxy, which I'm going to cut this out and upload it as its own standalone thing. So if I don't know, if people tuned out because they didn't want to hear us talk loose, be spoiled about Lucy or whatever, all the other stuff, or if people just want to listen to us talk about Guardians of the Galaxy who don't normally listen to the show, because sometimes I do that. Sometimes I look for other podcasts that are just doing, discussions on, you know, doing a separate, round table or whatever on the specific movie like Guardians of the Galaxy, just because I want to hear what other people what other opinions are of it.
Yeah.
Just know if mine are the same, and my opinion is the same as everyone else's. This movie was awesome.
It was pretty good, yeah.
Like I know you didn't, but I saw it in 3D, and then I even drove to Oklahoma City 100 miles there and then 100 back just so I could see it in IMAX 3D. And oh my God, it looked amazing in IMAX. Oh, that screen was it looked amazing. And I'm kind of jealous because it was an AMC theater, which is the first time I've ever been to AMC theater, and
that's all I've ever been to.
They sell pizza.
Yeah.
That sucks. My theater, like, the best they do is like nachos.
Yeah, they do nachos too.
I was so happy. I had a little pizza.
Although I have gotten a pretzel, like a big pretzel there, but
Yeah, I was just I was making it it was I was gonna. It was a little pricey, the IMAX was like $13, and I had to drive all the way there, so I was like, I'm just gonna go all out, I'm halfway here, I might as well, So I got the little mini pepperoni pizza, I got a large root beer, got my little box of what was it, Sour Patch watermelon candies. I
Oh
was
my god.
good to go.
I don't. Going back to Turtles real quick. That was all I smelled. Was the Sour Patch shit. Was just filling that theater.
Those are good. At least the
They're,
watermelon
they're
ones.
good.
The
But
watermelon
the fact
ones.
that
I
I
don't
could
know.
smell them the entire time.
Yeah. So that's something. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, Stuart.
Yes.
A lot of people were skeptic on it. Weirdly enough, a lot of the like non comic book people, like like the not the comic enthusiasts like us, thought the trailer looked kind of bad. I've heard that.
I didn't think that.
I've heard that a lot. Like people from like the Rooster Teeth podcast and stuff like that, and other podcasts, and I've other people I've heard talk about. They thought that, which people you think would be somewhat savvy, like the people who part of Rooster Teeth.
Well, that was Gus.
Well, I'm also talking about they have the Rooster Teeth. They have their own they have a new podcast, whatever. Like it's
Which I listened to.
It was bad. I did not like it.
You know, like
It was bad.
It's new.
It the secret question of the day, or this is the segment. Oh, we heard the buzzer. That means this time is over. Now it's time for blah blah blah. It's like it doesn't flow.
It's new.
It doesn't flow like. I mean, yeah.
It's new, and none of those people are on regular podcasts.
Yeah, but like the Meg chick, which you would think she would be somewhat savvy into stuff because she's all video games and this and whatever and part of the know, and you'd think she was like, I didn't like the trailer. I thought it was, and I'm thinking the trailer was freaking amazing. I loved the trailer. It gave me hope. Like they're like, oh, it seemed too goofy.
Gave me hope.
It seemed too goofy, and I didn't think it was gonna. And I'm thinking, that's the whole point. You have a giant talking tree and a rat and a raccoon with a with a gun. Come on now.
It's gonna be goofy.
It's gonna be goofy. Like, that's the whole point of it. But so yeah, apparently a lot of people outside of our type thought the trailer wasn't that great.
Which I had no idea.
I had no idea either till I found out, and I was like, wow, that's wow. But because everyone was like, I was so surprised, and I'm thinking, really? Because I expected this. It was amazing, like I thought, and even better. But so I guess let's dive down into it. The opening scene, we see, what is 1988?
Yeah.
When he's like, what? Doesn't really say how old Peter Quill is in there, right? He's just like a kid.
Yeah, just a kid.
Like, I don't know, probably 8, right?
8, 10. I would say 10.
Yeah, but that'd make him 36, wouldn't it?
That seems about right.
Wait, really? Is that how old Chris Pratt is? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. But let's see.
All right.
His mom's dying. Well, the first shot, they first show the mixtape, right? That's the first thing we see, right?
Yeah, him listening to it, yeah.
Yeah, which that I think that's really that sums up a lot of.
So a lot of people are always like, this soundtrack is amazing. I agree. It's an amazing soundtrack.
I was worried there for a second. I thought you were about to.
No, because you know what? That's the music I listen to normally. That's the kind of stuff I listen to.
Oh yeah,
I don't
definitely.
listen to modern stuff.
I listen to some modern stuff, but yeah, I listen to everything really and truly. But yeah, it was definitely good, and but Peter Quill's mom, the whole package thing. Which did you know what that was? Like,
No, I honestly thought it was going to reveal who his father was.
I thought something too, but yeah, I mean, I've heard other people say like Meg from the Rooster Teeth, that other show. She was like, "Oh, I totally knew that," and I'm thinking,
Bullshit.
did you really? I'm
Did
thinking,
not.
I'm thinking, yeah, I was thinking bullshit. No, you didn't, because I didn't know, and
Actually,
yeah,
when I was listening to that, I even said out loud, "Bullshit, you did." But yeah, yeah, I
yeah,
had no idea, not a clue.
yeah. I was real intrigued, and then like, well, I think I might have known like right when he was about to open it, maybe.
See, I didn't even know until he did. So
Yeah, I don't know though. I can't verify that I did or didn't know. But if I ever did, it would have been like right when he was opening it. But yeah, that was I don't think I did. But then we see his mom dies, right,
yeah,
and his grandfather's just like rushes him out and is just like, you stay here, and just leaves him. Like, what can you do? Why are you running back? You can't do anything to help. You should be a good grandfather and like you know, be there for. I mean, let, there's so many people standing around her too. You in that small room, you'd think
right.
like,
But then you don't want a kid to see that kind of stuff though. But
true, but
then it's your daughter. You want to be there for her.
true, but you think you'd stand clear. You think more people would clear out of the way for the doctors to come in, but like,
That you couldn't really tell.
yeah. Anyways, he runs away and then gets abducted, and then 26 years later,
Yeah.
we see, Chris Pratt, you know, present day Peter Quill. And I think that was just I think that's one of my favorite scenes right there, where
What
he
if him walking in
where he walks in, plays the you know the the music.
and he grabs the rat and uses his microphone? I thought
I
that was
love that.
that was
I
great.
loved that. It was amazing. There was actually some Easter eggs in that scene. I know you've probably heard.
No, I didn't hear about that.
One of the skeletons he looks at that's standing up, it has a horse head.
No,
And
no, I didn't guess
people
that.
people were thinking that's like Beta Ray Bill, or maybe I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping it's like maybe one of his people, because I'd like to see Beta Ray Bill, maybe in the
Yeah.
future. I mean, we have Groot, so Beta Ray Bill doesn't seem too far fetched. Um, and there are people who thought they saw Beta Ray Bill like in a pan shot in the collector's like area too. So that may be, you know, I'm hoping that's true, but I haven't seen that even a second viewing. I wasn't able to see that, but let's see. That's the pretty much the beginning is where we is also the I liked how he kind it at that beginning when he was taking that the Infinity Stone,
Mhm.
it had a real Indiana Jones kind of vibe to it.
It did. Yeah.
And I've heard a lot of people talk about that too, and I've also seen mock-ups of him like as Indiana Jones, and in the hat and whatever, and people photoshopping, and I would not be opposed to that. Better than Shia LaBeouf any day. But
Yeah. Yeah.
that's where we saw the whole, you may know me by another name, Star Lord, and then the guy goes, "Who?" You know. So I was kind of shocked to see that was like the very beginning. Like, it just jumps in. This movie jumps
Yeah.
in. Like, And it does a
Yeah, it
good
does.
job too. It really does a good job introducing the characters and balancing it out to where it's not like, you know, oh, we have to have the origin story for this character and this character and this, it's just like it it does a really good job of introducing the characters and not needing to take a lot of time to, you know, to introduce the characters as the movie goes along naturally, I would say.
Yeah,
So, I guess, I mean, what was your favorite part of it?
that's hard to say. The whole movie? I don't know, I really enjoyed this movie.
it really was good. Like, I think it's in my top three
Yeah,
Marvel movies, I would say.
I really enjoyed them in prison. I thought that was good. So they meet Drax. Like, oh, you know they take everything literally. Nothing goes over my head. No, nothing goes over my head.
My reflexes are
I
too fast.
my reflexes are too good. Oh, that's awesome.
I think that was in one of the trailers too, though, unfortunately. But
I
that
don't, I
was
don't think I
funny.
ever saw that one then.
I do remember that, but that was hilarious. I loved it. I'm not a princess. Did you hear about the Nathan Fillion?
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. I'm actually trying to look that up right
He's
now.
in the credits though. I did see him in the credit. I was looking for him when I saw the credits the first time, and I saw he was like something monster, and I'm thinking he could have been. I don't remember. And then second time, I knew going knowing if it was him, they changed. They did something with his voice. They modified his voice and all that to where it's not. It might as well just have been.
According to Screen Rant, it was a voiceover.
Yeah, for that creature that Groot like puts his nose in, or his fingers in its nose. You know, that big giant blue
Well,
creature.
actually, according to Screen Rant, it was the one that Groot punched when they got to prison.
Yeah, that's the one.
I thought Groot put his fingers up his nose. I thought that was later in the movie.
No, that was right at the beginning when they're walking and the one that monster comes up to Peter Quill and is pretty much like, "Hey, you're gonna be my thing," and then
Oh,
that
you're right. Okay.
happens and
I don't know. I'm kind
Rocket
of
goes,
confused what
"This
that
is
bit
our
was like
booty."
at the end.
He goes, "This is our booty," which was really funny because it can mean it's just that's their booty as in pirate booty reward, but also they're in jail, so it could mean I love that.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people really picked up on that as much,
No.
which I was kind of sad, but I thought it was hilarious. I loved it. But yeah, there's really I kind of fast forwarding real quick as far as the Nathan Fillion thing goes. When they were doing the Nova, nets, the Nova net thing,
Uh huh.
and they were showing different pilots, I was expecting him to maybe be a pilot, like a quick little. I was hoping, because I was like, we haven't, that seemed like it would make sense, like just when they were just quickly showing the faces of certain random people, pilots, like, well, I'm locked. I expected him maybe, but I think that would have been a much better cameo.
Probably. Um.
Speaking of cameos,
Well, actually, speaking of Nova Corps, I was expecting a Nova like Easter egg, but nope, nothing. I saw nothing of Nova.
well, I think James Gunn has come out and said he doesn't really like the character Nova.
Still, like have his helmet in the background or something.
Yeah, we may see some of that come up like in the second one. So
Should be.
I don't know. We'll see. But back to the first movie. I loved when we got introduced to Rocket and Groot.
Yeah.
Like when they're using that device to scan, and they're like, especially the baby, like, oh, oh, that
Stop coddling him. You can walk on your own.
big deal. You're walking on. Oh, it's so cool to be, well, Oh, that I mean, it was just hilarious. And then the the Stan Lee cameo was kind of like, okay, it's funny, but not anything. It wasn't one of the best, I would say.
Yeah.
It seemed like they kind of shoehorned him in, or so to speak. I was really curious on what the cameo was going to be, though. I really was going into this, since this is space,
Right.
not Earth.
Right.
But there was a lot of creatures that looked very Earth-like. So,
Yeah, especially like a lot of Yondu's crew. They all looked human. All of them, except Yondu.
yeah. Do you know Yondu's second man, like his right-hand man, was Sean Gunn, James Gunn's brother?
No, none of that.
He also did the mocap for Rocket.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. When I found that out, I was like, "Wow, he was busy, wasn't he?" But and he improvised the line where they're like, "Oh, we're just a bunch of jackasses standing,"
Yeah.
That line, he actually improvised that while doing the mocap. So that little tidbits, little fun facts for everyone. Little trivia knowledge there, but yeah, I like Groot. Groot was pretty good.
Groot was good, and I knew, especially at the end, that he was going to be everybody's, especially like women and children, going to be their favorites.
I don't know if he's my favorite or not.
I'm going
I
to
like them
say Peter
all.
Quill. I love Peter Quill. I love
Peter
this character.
Quill. Peter Quill is good. Rocket is good. Drax is good. Like,
They're all good.
God, I've got to say, Gamora is probably the least. And it's funny because there's an article of like there's like hardly any Gamora merchandise. Like they've like as far as merchandise for Guardians of the Galaxy goes, that character's there's like hardly any Gamora stuff. I did see an article about that, and I'm like, I wonder if they thought that, you know, if they thought going in that she wasn't going to be like a favorite, because I haven't heard anyone really say too much about her being their favorite or anything.
Yeah.
It's always been Rocket or Peter or Groot or you know Drax. God, see, I knew a lot of people were real disappointed when what's it what the dude from Game of Thrones, the first season, the Aquaman, the dude who's playing Aquaman now, when he didn't get the role as Drax.
Oh yeah.
But when I saw Dave Bautista, I was so thrilled. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but Batista did a great job.
Yeah, and I was okay with them like changing his color. He was gray instead of green because I guess they didn't want to
Yeah, it's okay.
confuse with Gamora, and then if they do, end up teaming up with the Avengers, then there'd be 3 green characters.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, that that it worked. It really worked.
It did,
But
yes.
this movie came together, and just like how the roster of the team, it seems like it shouldn't work, but it does. This movie, it does. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and I've seen it twice, so that shows how much I enjoy it. And I made the trip to go see it in IMAX because I wanted to see. I enjoyed it so much the first time.
Yeah.
So, what else about the movie? trying to think back to some of the good parts.
What did you think of Karen Gillan's character?
I think she was all right, but it kind of almost seemed it wasn't as bad, but it was almost the same as like Christopher Eccleston's. The way
Yeah,
he
a
was.
little bit underutilized the character,
Yeah,
or the
they put
person,
they put a great actor in a character that has like no personality,
pretty much.
and you could tell the voice. You could tell it was her.
Uh-huh.
Unlike Christopher Eccleston, I mean, you couldn't even tell that was his voice.
I don't think it was,
They
but yeah,
they
yeah,
changed it so much, but yeah, it was the same, and I'm really mad because it's two Doctor Who characters or two Doctor Who actors that they've done this to. But
yeah.
hopefully more happens in the second one because she gets away.
She does go. That scene was a bit gross of her pulling herself together.
I gotta say, this whole movie gave me a real big Star Wars vibe. And I'm not alone. I know a lot of other people have said that.
I can see that.
Like her escape, that seemed like a Sith escape, like in a Star Wars
Kinda.
movie.
Yeah, like just
Like,
jump out, steal a ship, and then go away.
yeah.
That's a Sith escape. Yeah.
I mean, this movie really gave me a big Star Wars vibe, and I'm kind of like, okay, Star Wars, how are you gonna top this? Because you've already, at least half of your movies are already worse than this, you know. But
Yeah.
you can argue on some of the original ones, but I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, it just had a real Star Wars vibe to me, especially with the Thanos kind of being like the Emperor, and Ronan kind of being like, his minion, or like a Darth Vader
Yeah.
type, or I mean it really had a big Star Wars vibe to me. I really think that. And let's talk about Ronan. That a lot of people like like the same people who thought the trailer was bad, that type of people. They were
Mhm.
like, oh, they kind of just stuck Ronan in there and didn't really explain much and just threw in a bat. And I'm like, no, they explained. They
They
explained
explained it
in
in
the
a really
movie.
quick line on why he hates the Xandarians.
Well, they explained that the Kree and the Xandarians, they had a feud, and they just recently signed a peace treaty. And then he explained how because of the feud, because of the, what, Thousand-Year War or whatever, that, his dad died before, and so forth. I mean, it's just, they explained his motive. It seemed clear to
They
me.
did, but he was still also the bad guy for being the bad guy.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed a lot more clear to me. I mean, people were comparing it to the way, what was it? The villain in Thor: The Dark World was, but I'm just like, no, it was
No, it
different.
was
It was a
explained a bit
lot
more,
better.
but
Yeah.
still,
I mean, it's not like they had a lot of time to work on I think they did a good job. They didn't really
yeah,
give origins to, because it would have been a boring movie if they gave, each character a proper origin time, and
true.
they ended up killing Ronan, so it really wasn't that necessary. He had much of a origin anyways.
Correct.
Um, let's see. Michael Rooker. I wasn't sure how that was going to work out. I wasn't sure how that character would. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a bad character, if it was going to be a good character, or, how that was.
You can say the same thing still on the future. For future, is he gonna be a good guy or bad guy? I don't know.
I kind of got a good good at heart vibe. I
Yeah.
kind of got more of a like, I'm not gonna say straight up Han Solo, but Han Solo-ish vibe, you know? Because at the end where he opens it and he sees the troll doll, he doesn't get angry or he just, you know, he's just like, yeah,
Well,
I expected that,
yeah,
and
yeah. He accepted that.
and also maybe he was, you know, kind of. Maybe that was. I'm thinking. Maybe I'm looking too into this, but you know how he likes those little things on his console.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Maybe that was Troll Doll was something he was always eyeing, you know, after, you know, Peter Quill's thing for his console. You know, since that was one of the things Peter Quill had with him when he was abducted, you know. I'm thinking maybe that was always one of the things he was always eyeing after, and you know, maybe I may be putting too much into this, or maybe not,
Should be it. Just a little bit.
but I mean, there's a lot of ways you could look at that scene. They left that open for interpretation. I think they definitely did, and I liked it, and I think that's a badass character with the whole whistle thing,
That
the
was kind of
whistle
cool.
hero, and
Yeah.
so and Yondu in the comics, he's actually part of the Guardians of the Galaxy
Is he? Okay.
sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, I think he's a original member.
Let's see. Once a founding member of the original Guardians and famed archer in the comics.
Yeah, no, his ability isn't able. He's able to control it with whistle after he like shoots it, but I guess they kind of were like, you know,
Let's skip the shooting.
this just seems to work better, which it kind of did. I liked it.
Oh yeah, it was good. He was just like move his cloak and
The whole threatening too. The way he was threatening people, you know, throughout the movie with it. You know, you're just like,
yeah,
oh, that's cool,
and then
and
you
then
can
you
see
see
it
it in
in
action.
action. It's like, oh my god, that was awesome.
Exactly. It really was pretty awesome. I really enjoyed that. And Michael Rooker, his personality just worked with that character.
Yes, that's now Michael Rooker forever now.
Yeah. I mean, I know you don't watch The Walking Dead, but that
No,
kind of seemed like Michael Rooker's character in The Walking Dead too, more or less. You know?
Michael Rooker is one of those characters where he cannot be himself. He's Michael Rooker and everything.
Yeah. So,
He's one of those actors.
which it totally works in this movie, and I really hope we see more of him in the second one. I mean,
Yeah.
James Gunn has come out and said we're gonna at least see one new addition to the Guardians of the Galaxy. So who knows what that's gonna be? Have you heard about any of the what? I mean, you know some of the Easter eggs and the collectors like
I was trying so hard to kind of like scan through his stuff. Like, oh, there's got to be something here. I absolutely caught the dog.
Cosmo, the Russian.
Cosmo, that's it. Yeah.
He didn't talk or telepath in this, so apparently he runs nowhere in the comics.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like he allows the Guardians to use it as like a home base type thing, and it, you know, and it so, which I am gonna start reading the Guardians. I'm gonna start reading those, you know, at least some of them. There's a couple trades that I have in my cart ready to order that I'm just kind of like, I'm probably gonna order it though, before you know. Before the day's over with, so it ships on Monday. But
Let's see. I absolutely caught one of the dark elves.
yes,
But that was kind of really
you didn't
it
see the
that
Chitauri.
I missed that one. I missed that one.
There was also, I think, like the like there was a. It looked like the Destroyer almost from like Thor, like a type like that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing something like that. And I didn't see this the first time I heard about it, and I looked. You can see like right behind the collector in a quick shot. You can see part of the. We're gonna talk. I guess we talk about it now. The Easter egg. You can see part of Howard the Duck
Oh
in the
yeah.
background,
Which
which
on
a lot of
that
people were.
was
I think I found some people were pissed. Like there were people in my like the first time I watched it, the first showing I watched it, the people were like, "Really, Howard the Duck? That's bullshit." Blah blah blah. And I'm thinking,
that's
not,
funny. No,
not
that matches the
it
movie.
goes with
That's
the
funny.
movie.
That's
Exactly.
funny.
It goes with the movie. Like, did you enjoy the movie? Oh yeah. Well, then you should have enjoyed that because I mean, it's not like in. I mean, the next movie is gonna be Avengers, Age of Ultron, which I don't see how they can do an Easter egg that would connect to that since Thanos is not gonna be in that one.
Right. Well, I
So
mean,
like I don't see how they would be able to do anything since there's no
they
plan.
could have if they would have dealt with another um gem. Because I mean,
Maybe
this is the now fans are debate about this one, but we have seen
this is the
three for
fourth.
sure. Three
This
for sure in Infinity Stones. The fourth one is up for debate, and that's Loki Pokey Stick.
That's the mind gem.
That's a lot. That's what people who say it is. Some people say it's not.
It controls it.
Some people still say it's not.
But well, I've seen a lot of sources talk about that, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I say it is too.
Just
So
because,
far we've seen mind, space,
stones, not
power.
gems.
Yes, Infinity Stones. I correct myself later.
Yeah.
We've seen mind, space,
Power,
power, and
reality.
reality. That's it.
Yeah.
Like Thor 2. Thor 2. What was that one? Reality. Okay.
Yeah. The red started with an A. I can't think of the name, but yeah.
Aether or something like that.
Or something like that. Yeah. So, yeah, it's. I really didn't. I didn't really I didn't really think the Loki Pokey stick was a gem or stone until and I'm like, that makes sense. Yes. Because everyone was too busy thinking about the Tesseract.
Right.
Like, the big giant cube that, like, of unlimited power, like. So,
Which is the space Infinity Stone.
but, yeah, the Howard the Duck thing I loved. I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was good.
You know who voiced him?
Seth Green.
Yep. So that's that I thought that was pretty good. That I enjoyed that. But yeah, you can see like part of him if you look like if you when you see the collector, whenever the collector is on screen, if you're trying to look in the background, you can. I can't wait for this Blu-ray. So like when you're in the collector's like room or whatever, you can pause and frame by frame and see all the little bits. I want to see if like like I said, people were saying in the when they panned the whole room or whatever, and the like short little quick spot people saw like Beta Ray Bill they thought they saw like the red cape and whatever that looked like Beta Ray Bill. Kind of hope that's true because I kind of would like to see Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, and absolutely. Once this comes out, you'll see a lot more people break this down.
Oh, definitely. But we gotta wait. You think it'll be out before the end of the year? Like maybe December?
Maybe.
I hope so. Anyways, going back. The whole was the whole stuff with Rocket kind of got emotional. That one part.
Oh, when he's, yeah, I kept thinking that, you know, um, I thought, at the end, like Rocket would find out like that he actually is a raccoon from Earth, but no, he still doesn't know what he is. But we all know.
Yeah, I mean it's just funny, like raccoon, like when his expression, and I mean they did an amazing job too on like to say his
Yes.
expression when it was not even a real person, it was CGI. Like it looked amazing. Like you could
Yeah.
see, like especially in IMAX. When they showed Rocket, I was just looking and watching how like individual hairs would move and how the tail would move, and like especially when like they hose everyone and you see how he's wet. You know how he
Uh-huh.
the way he a wet raccoon. I mean it looks amazing. It really does.
It looks really good. And Bradley Cooper did an amazing job.
I was
I
surprised.
honestly was like, Bradley Cooper, really? He's going to be Rocket? That sucks.
I was one of those. I was
But
one of those
oh my
people.
God, he did a great job.
Exactly, he did.
You know
So.
and it's in the trailer when Drax throws him the gun and he just cocks it. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
a lot of people are raving about that, but I'm like, it was in the trailer, so it's not like nothing
Right,
spectacular. I mean, it's not like
still
a big
that was
reveal.
that was a good, this does not really sound very much like Bradley Cooper.
The best part was, I'm gonna need that thing. I'm gonna need his leg. I'm gonna need.
So, oh, you really got his leg. That's so funny. Ah.
And then he's like, I'm gonna need. There's one more thing we need for this plan. That guy's eye. He's like, nope, no, we don't. He's like, yes, I did. I really need his eye.
Yeah.
Oh, that was one of the funniest things right there, because you knew about the leg thing, and then then he goes back to, I need that guy's eye. Oh, yeah.
And Glenn Close did a pretty good job as well.
Yeah, she was all right. She really didn't. It could have been anybody in that role, honestly.
Somebody who I don't typically like that I thought was fine was John C. Reilly.
Yeah,
I don't like him.
I'm not a big fan
I
of him.
don't like him, but I thought he was just fine.
Yeah, oh, especially the at the end where he's like, your records have been cleaned, but if you do a crime, it's like, what if someone has something that I want, and I take it? Well, that's stealing. Well, what if I wanted more? That's still stealing. But you don't understand. I wanted more, but I'm just trying to have a conversation with them when Gamora's. Oh, I love that. I love that. I mean, and then the Drax,
Drax, that's the ultimate crime, murder.
and he's like, It's like, good to know. Like, that's
You've
interesting.
done that before. That's scary.
He's like, that's interesting, but it's probably not going to stop me. I'm kind of like, they kind of made Drax a lot weaker than I would have thought he would be.
He got his ass kicked.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be the one who ends up killing Thanos in the comics. Spoilers.
Yeah, he got his ass kicked by Ronan.
Like, yeah, like it was bad. Like, it was like no contest. Like, just
yeah.
horrible. But that's one of my complaints, I guess, with Drax is they didn't make him a tough as I thought he would have been.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't expect him to be like, Thanos tough exactly, but I expected him to at least maybe make somewhat of a dent on Ronan, and not just Ronan be like, "Shoo, fly, don't bother me,"
Yeah.
But um, yeah, and the music, we got to touch back on the music. The music really did. I really enjoyed all the different songs throughout it. Like
Yeah.
when they're starting to get ready to do the final battle, they had the Cherry Bomb song from the Runaways. Then oh god, the what was it? The not the one of the last songs, the where Peter Quill distracts Ronan.
Oh yeah. Um, what
That
was he
look,
singing? I forget what he
he
was
was singing
singing.
that "Ooh Child, Things Are Gonna Be Brighter," song. You don't know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm not gonna sing it, so.
Please, just go for it. Go for it.
But that look on Ronan's face when he's just like, "What are you doing?" Like he was just completely like, "I don't understand." Like I love that. That was just, I don't know. It's just little things about this movie that just made it for me like that. Just
Yeah.
seeing this big villain who's like just about to destroy this entire planet, with the swing of his hammer that has this, infinity stone attached to it, and like Peter Quill just does something so different that nobody around there has like really ever really seen, and he's just like just you could see the sheer confusion in his face.
Yeah.
It just little things like that I just love, just the little details. So and he's like I'm just uh what he was like, I'm just distracting you. What was the word he called him? Cock turd or something like that. Yeah.
I don't remember.
And then you see, oh, the rocket, the way they made him look when he's just building the little pieces with his little hands moving so fast, and like that looked really cool.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, it did.
the CGI they have looks really good.
It was really good. Yeah.
Like it's amazing. But and of course that whole scene where Peter Quill gets the Infinity Stone and he's starting to like I guess die from it, and then they all join hands.
Yeah. All things I don't understand. One, Ronan could actually touch the stone.
Well, Ronan, they kind of made it clear, because he was like, "But you're mortal." So I guess Ronan was
Yeah.
not immortal.
Yeah. Ronan could touch the stone. Two, they said that somebody even tried to do that before, like join hands and to control the stone, and that didn't work. Which
Well, they said it worked for a little bit.
that makes the Guardians, you know,
Well,
awesome.
they said it worked for a little bit, but ultimately it did not work.
Right, and I get that. That's what makes the Guardians of the Galaxy amazing.
And we do
But
find out Peter Quill's not full human.
right,
He's something of ancient,
which after the movie, I got the question like, well, who's his father? I don't
I
know.
was hoping that would have been one of the Easter eggs. That would have been a good Easter egg, but I'm okay with the ones they had. Um, but yeah, that was a really good scene. The way they shot that slow mo of the Gamora and then Drax and then the little tiny raccoon hand. Like I don't know the little tiny raccoon hand popping up, reaching. I don't know. That was impressive.
Yeah,
Like I'm just astonished by the way Rocket Raccoon was like they were able to do Rocket.
I can tell.
Well, yeah.
And then you got Dancing Groot.
Oh, Baby Groot, dancing Baby Groot. I want one.
You know what? That's exactly what I thought when I saw. I was like, they could make those.
I think I saw an article if someone is gonna make them or that's gonna be a thing. But I would buy that instantly. I mean,
Using the same technology that the dancing flowers.
yeah, mixed with like Billy the Bass, fish. You remember those?
Yeah.
God, those were.
Yeah, actually, I think it would be more just like the dancing flowers that it hears sound and then it just starts dancing.
Oh, do the dancing flowers have sound?
No, they don't.
Okay,
No,
that's
but
what I was saying. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would buy one in a heartbeat because that was good. I love that.
Yeah, that's what I was that's what I was saying. Women and little kids, they're gonna love Groot just because of that one scene alone.
And especially doing the old cartoon timey thing of like when Drax looks, he stops, he freezes, and then turns back and starts dancing again. Like it was pretty good. Oh, there's so much to this movie we could talk about. I'm trying to go over it in my head more. Oh, I forgot to mention I did hear that James Gunn did Slither,
Yes,
the movie
we
Slither
talk about that.
in the collector's whatever I guess was the creature from Slither.
Okay.
That was I guess like not a Marvel Easter egg, but a James Gunn Easter egg.
Yeah.
Which that's I guess kind of cool.
That's
I
fine.
mean, it's not gonna impress me because I've never seen Slither.
Right.
Apparently, that's where Nathan Fillion and James Gunn, like Nathan Fillion was in Slither. So, for whatever that's worth. Yeah, I mean, I thought Nowhere was kind of interesting with being the head of like the ancient, you know, massive being, and you know, they ended up using it as mining the brain tissue and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
it seemed kind of interesting. It really kind of did. I hope we see them touch more maybe on those kind of you know maybe ancients or whatever. Maybe that's something to do with the second one. Maybe I don't
Maybe.
know, but
Probably not.
you
We'll
know
probably
what's
never see them again.
who knows? The collector though that his slave girl
Uh-huh.
in the comics that's his daughter.
Really?
Yeah. So that's kind of weird.
Well, that just makes her sudden but inevitable betrayal just not make sense.
Yeah, but who knows if that's the daughter because she doesn't
Probably
call him.
not.
She calls him master, not like father.
Yeah, probably not. And because he was threatening her, kind of like oh, you know what happens when I don't, when you don't listen or whatever, and behind her is someone of the same race.
Yeah. Oh, I just thought of we talked kind of about the Michael Rooker collecting the things. That whole when he's talking to the broker about I like to line him up on my console. He's like, I'm not sure if you're serious. That this movie was really funny.
Yes,
And
it was really
this
well
was
done.
the perfect movie. This now you're gonna. I don't know if you've maybe thought about this, but if you haven't, this is gonna kind of like maybe like be a wow. But this was the perfect movie to follow up Captain America: Winter Soldier, which was such such a tense, you know, action, like just. I mean, it was an intense movie. It really was intense to watch. You know, with the whole
Yeah.
Hydra thing and the takeover and this was a really good, fun movie to kind of cleanse the palate, so to speak.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And that's the way I feel. I mean, it's perfect. I'm so glad they came out with this after and not before. So, is there anything else you can think of, Stuart?
No, we covered everything I
know
I thought about and more.
There's stuff I'm missing that I'm gonna kick myself about. I really am, because God, I could talk about this movie. This was a good movie, and apparently I've heard this ends Phase 2, which I always thought Avengers: Age of Ultron was Phase 2, but I've seen articles where they're saying the end of Phase 2.
Well, unless they count the Avengers as the beginning of Phase 2.
You mean Phase 3?
No.
Oh.
Last one.
I don't know.
If they count that as beginning of Phase 2, then okay. But no, I'm sticking with the Avengers.
Like even Marvel came out with a like so far in Phase 1 and 2, and they said Guardians of the Galaxy hasn't come out yet, but you know. So I think Marvel kind of even acknowledged that they've changed their thing, and maybe I don't know.
For now, I'm sticking with the Avengers as the end of Phase 2.
I don't know. It makes sense in a way that there's 10 movies now in Marvel, Phase 1 and 2, 5 for each, I guess, or
nah.
But everything I've been seeing, which I thought it was Ultron, but everything I'm seeing is saying otherwise, so I'm confused. That's been confusing.
We'll probably find out closer to Age of Ultron.
Yeah, so. Which I mean, it also makes sense because that means like next year they're splitting Phase 2 and 3 in the same year. Which just kind of seems weird, but I don't know. You could go either way for different things, but
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, and I want to get one thing clear. A lot of people are like, "Oh, Vin Diesel did such a great job as Groot."
Sure, he did.
Okay, sure he did. Like, it's not like
I am Groot.
It's not like he did the motion capture and the facial expressions and. I mean, he just said 5 words.
Yeah.
5 words. That's it. So I mean, it's not like everyone's acting like this is Oscar award winning. It's like
I don't think they're doing that, but.
Well, I mean, people have said the same thing about like, oh, he's done Iron Giant. Well, he said the.
Well, he did a fucking phenomenal job in Iron Giant. Like he said so little words, but yet it made you feel so much.
Oh, I don't even know if you're serious or not. With you,
a little bit, dude. But seriously, I am Superman. Or no, his last word was just Superman. Oh, just absolutely brings a tear to your eye.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not even like his straight up voice. It's his voice, and they've changed it, right?
Yeah.
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 But let's see. Quick rundown. We talked Nebula. We talked Ronan. We talked Zondu. We talked each of the Guardians. I did think it was funny the whole Kevin Bacon. We are now like Kevin Bacon. I mean,
the 80s references were awesome.
Oh, and right before that, Kevin Bacon, like, we are like Kevin Bacon, like, when Drax is just laughing maniacally while they're, like, while they're crashing. I mean, that was good. that was
Yeah.
that was some good stuff right there. I've got to say, like, oh wow. No, never mind. This is something for another day, another topic. But God, there's so much more to this that I'm just But and the present, of course, was we never really said was the Awesome Mix Volume 2, whatever
Right.
that we'll probably gonna see in the next movie, which a lot of people are kind of. I've heard a lot of people are kind of upset that they included that song at the end that was part of Awesome Mix Volume 2 in the Awesome Mix Volume 1 soundtrack, which I'm kind of like, are you
Well,
really? It was in the first movie, so I understand why it's in this for the soundtrack of.
right. It was in the movie. It's in the movie soundtrack.
Apparently, there's like two soundtracks though. There's the music soundtrack, like of the Awesome Mix, and then there's like a regular like score soundtrack thing. It's kind of weird, but yeah, that's how it is. But uh,
Guess I know which one sold better though.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna buy it. I subscribe to Google Music, so I'm probably just gonna make a playlist of all those songs
There you go.
instead of actually, because it's not part of the. It's as of right now, it's not part of the Google Music you know, stuff. As you can download part of their,
Right.
all you can eat, whatever type subscription service. It's not part of it yet. I'm sure that's on purpose. I'm sure Marvel decided they didn't. They thought that maybe it would sell, or on its own without being part of stuff like that. But um, yeah, I guess that's it. I mean, there's so much more we could talk about. Um, the ship, the Milano.
That's funny.
And apparently, like the did you? I heard the Ravager ship, like the system was voiced by Rob Zombie, which I'm just like,
All right.
Did the Ravager ship have a? I'm trying to
I
think. I'm
I
like,
don't I don't think so.
but apparently that was a thing. I've got this article of like Easter eggs. I'm trying to look real quick to see if there's any extra bits that I. Oh, did you know the actress who played Peter Quill's mother was one of the like showgirls in the Captain America
It's what I read. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, we forgot to talk about Thanos. We saw Thanos, and they like he was they showed him pretty quickly in the movie. Like I was kind of shocked how quickly we saw him.
Well, I actually think we've got a pretty good look at him too.
We did.
Like a much better look at him than we did at the end of Avengers. But
Yeah, there's like I just sent a link in the show notes. There's 3 pages to this article. The second page you can see
this is what I was reading there.
Okay, yeah. You can see a picture of Thanos next to like his cartoon, and it looks pretty good. I
Yeah.
it looks pretty good. I like the whole him calling Ronan boy type thing. I think it was a nice touch, especially when Ronan says something about it.
Mm-hmm.
It shows that Thanos knows he's superior, and Ronan is just he may be powerful enough to swat Drax away like a fly, but he's just a boy compared to Thanos.
Right.
Thanos sees him as inferior. Let's see. I'm trying to. Yeah, apparently that chick, also that girl that like Peter Quill's like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know you were still here. That
Yeah.
red chick. Apparently, she's somebody in the comics, according to this. Oh, and also they said Adam Warlock. You see a cocoon in the collector's whatever, and that could be. Yeah, and when you see the cocoon is like broken, like at the in Guardians of the Galaxy when all that thing. So whoever I guess Adam Warlock is part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I really don't know too much about the
I
Guardians
don't
of the
know
Galaxy, honestly,
who Adam Warlock is.
but I've heard he's part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Either he's part of, I think he's part of the team at one point. So people are thinking that maybe is who he's gonna be, who the one new character that James Gunn announced was gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something. But yeah, for the second one, I really do hope we see like more Quill's origins. Like find out who his father is,
Yeah.
stuff like that, along with hopefully seeing more Nebula now that she's now that she's kind of not. She'll probably be her own, not following, because before she was following Thanos and then she was following Ronin.
Yeah.
So hopefully that. But yeah, I guess that's finally it. Like I said, there's more stuff. I'm gonna kick myself. I'm gonna think about it like when we get done and just be but we dove pretty deep into it. Talked about it. It's a great movie. It
Yeah.
deserves people seeing it. I saw it a second time. I'm thinking of seeing a third time. It's really so good. Like even the second time, I knew that scene of him in that cave with the music and the dancing, and I knew that was coming, but it still was such as good the second time as it was the first time. I mean, it's such a good movie. But yeah, I guess that's it for if you're listening to this, episode 64 of I Recommend, or if you're just listening to the, clipped out version that I posted of just the Guardians of the Galaxy talk, then, that's the end of this too. So we'll see you next week with, next episode of I Recommend.
Bye.
And stop. That's the worst thing about seeing a movie like real soon when it's real popular is that like I hate it because I love when I can see a movie when there's like no one there because I can have my phone out and I can take notes on everything I freaking loved. Can't do. Then again, I was shocked. I was happy too. There really wasn't that many people in the IMAX showing.
Really?
It was kind of great. Well, I went at 1:30 in the afternoon
Well, there you go.
on was it Friday? On Friday. So yeah.
Again, there you go.
And I did that purposely because I wanted there to be as few people as possible. But yeah, I saw it was actually shot in IMAX. Like I guess shot in IMAX as well. So I was just like, last IMAX movie I saw was what was the one after Goblet of Fire? Order of the Phoenix?
Order of the Phoenix.
That was the last one I saw. And that was the only one I've seen in IMAX before Guardians of the Galaxy.
I saw the last one in IMAX.
Save. Yeah. I didn't really realize there was an IMAX that close. I thought the closest IMAX was like Dallas, which is like 3.5 hours away. But they're an hour drive. Give or take a few minutes. That's not bad. I may see more in the future. Like the Hobbit movies are shot in IMAX, right?
They're shot in high frame rate, I know that.
Yeah. Which I may see that. I may try to make an effort to try to see that because I've never seen a movie in high frame rate.
Well, there's only been 2.
Yeah. You saw it, didn't you?
I saw the first one.
You didn't like it, did you?
It looked funny. It looked like people were moving too fast.
Yeah. I just think your eyes are retarded. You don't like 3D. You don't like that. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's absolutely probably true. My eyes are retarded.
Not retarded, but I mean maybe they're just not meant. Yeah. Like some people can't see 3D. That's weird. Well, movie 3D.
Right, movie 3D. I can. It gives me a headache. I don't like it.
Yeah. I love it. It just adds depth to it, and then it makes it just kind of makes it seem like it. I don't like the My Bloody Valentine 3D where they have like shit popping out at you and crazy shit. I just like, it just the stuff that's like just adds depth to it to where it makes it look kind of like a, like.
And I think you're full of bullshit because no, it adds a layer of cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, to you, but me, I don't see it that way. But
well, I'm absolutely starving.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
I want something to eat.
We've been doing this quite a while.
Oh, dude, I was hungry at 4 o'clock. That was 3 hours ago.
Oh, they had Lucy in IMAX. That would have been interesting.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I will let you go and.
Okay,
So
they're
all I gotta do
files
is
are uploading.
all I gotta do is exit the call and it automatically publish it and.
Yep.
Okay.
That's all I gotta do.
Cool. Well, I'll talk to you later.
See ya.